Hollywood, the hip-hop community, and the city of Baton Rouge are mourning tonight. A legend has fallen. Clifton Jr., known across the world as Young Bleed, has passed away on Saturday, November 1st, 2025, leaving fans, family, and fellow artists shattered with disbelief. Quiet streets in South Baton Rouge feel a little heavier today. A voice crafted from grit, pain, and poetic truth has gone silent. A storyteller whose sound echoed through the golden era of Southern hip-hop has taken his final bow. Friends, longtime collaborators, and fans across generations are flooding social media with heartbreak. Many saying the same thing: this one hurts differently. A pioneer, a true son of Louisiana. He was not just a rapper, he was a movement, a voice of the trenches, a product of real struggle and undiluted passion. And now the world must say goodbye. Tonight, we remember the life, the legacy, and the soul of the man we came to know and love as Young Bleed. Biography from Baton Rouge soil to hip-hop legacy. Born Glenn Clifton Jr. in South Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Young Bleed grew up surrounded by rhythm, poetry, and the raw storybook of real life. Music wasn't just background noise in his home, it was soul food. A young boy, barely 9 years old, listening to his mother recite poetry, absorbing every word, every emotion, every breath. He didn't know it then, but those childhood moments planted seeds that would one day grow into verses the streets never forgot. Before the fame, before the platinum records, before the world learned his name, there was a kid with a notebook, a vision, and a voice shaped by survival and street wisdom. He learned early, you don't wait for opportunities, you create them. By his teenage years, Young Bleed was hustling tapes, recording homemade tracks, and distributing them by hand to friends, neighbors, and anybody who believed in Baton Rouge talent. The streets were his marketing team, the corners his first stage. Soon enough, passion turned into purpose, purpose into identity, and the world began to take notice. Career, hustle, heart, and a Southern classic. The breakthrough did not come easy, but when it came strong. It was the 1990s. The South was rising in hip-hop, and Young Bleed was right there, holding the flame. His underground buzz caught powerful ears. A chance collaboration became a moment. A remix turned into a movement. And suddenly, Young Bleed was no longer a local star, he was a national force. Then came the monumental moment, the release of his major label debut album, My Balls and My Word, in 1998. It hit the charts like a storm, top 10 on the Billboard 200, number 1 on the R&B and hip-hop charts, eventually earning platinum status. A raw voice, a southern cadence, a poet's soul. He didn't rap gimmicks. He rapped life. From there, he continued building his legacy through independent grind, evolving sounds, and loyalty to his roots. He worked with major labels. He worked independently, and he never stopped pushing boundaries. Albums like My Own, Rise Through the Ranks, Once Upon a Time in America, Living, and What Life showed a man committed not just to music, but to growth, endurance, and staying true. He built his own lane. He moved his own way. He stayed original in a world full of replicas. And to the very end, Young Bleed remained what he always promised to be real. Personal life, heart of a real one. Behind the microphone was a man who loved deeply and lived authentically. He was a father, a family man, and a Baton Rouge soldier who never forgot where he came from. Even as the industry changed and trends shifted, Young Bleed kept his soul rooted in loyalty, humility, and purpose. He was known for his soft-spoken nature offstage, his wisdom, and his loyalty to those who believed in him from day one. He never chased the headlines. He chased legacy, cause of death, gone too soon. Young Bleed passed away due to complications from a brain aneurysm, a sudden medical emergency, a moment that changed everything. A life that felt unstoppable, brought to silence in a way none could predict. The news, confirmed by family, sent shockwaves through the community he loved so dearly. Today, the world mourns a warrior who fought until the end. Family life. Young Bleed leaves behind children, including his devoted son, who share the heartbreaking news with fans. He leaves behind a grieving family, loved ones, and the Baton Rouge community forever changed by his presence. They remember him not as a rap star, but as a protector, a provider, a dreamer, and a man who always showed love where it mattered most. Net worth. While exact figures are private, Young Bleed's career, touring, music catalog, independent label ventures, and streaming revenue place his estimated net worth in the hundreds of thousands to around $1 million territory at the time of his passing, not measured by money but by impact, and his impact was priceless. Legacy, a Southern pioneer. Young Bleed wasn't just a rapper, he was a blueprint, a symbol of Baton Rouge talent long before Southern rap dominated mainstream charts. He helped open a path. He showed the industry that real stories from real people in the South deserve the stage. His voice was gritty yet poetic, his storytelling unmatched, his presence unforgettable. He inspired artists across Louisiana and beyond. He brought his city with him wherever he went, and his lyrics remain etched in hip-hop history. Emotional tribute ending. Young Bleed. You rose from concrete and turned your struggle into sound. From a young boy listening to poetry in Louisiana to a man whose words reached the millions, you lived with purpose. You created a lane where none existed, and you made sure the world heard your truth. Your voice will echo. Your story will inspire. Your legacy will breathe forever through beats, verses, and hearts you touched. Rest peacefully, King. Your work is done here, but your spirit lives on.